Hey folks, this is Noble Rambler, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Banished in our quickly growing town. Well, not quickly, but growing town of Springview. I'll give it that. We're right now looking at our new Springview Tavern. Just came in at the end of last episode. And Tavern, do I have you open? I don't. We're already making berry wine. That's what they're generating here. Boy, this workspace is busy. And a lot of stuff opened up here. We were comparing the two markets. Let's see here. Firewood in both. Fish. There's a lot more fish in this one. Be curious to see if this market steals some from this market. But warm coats 38 and 20. Tools. Iron tools 8 and 8. 28. 8 and 28. That's interesting. So they haven't evened out there. How are we doing in general, though? 57 tools and 58 coats. I think we can go ahead and close the two markets down. We know they're working. We know that they're working on trying to grab all the materials that they can. There we go. Yeah, the market's over there. So this episode, let's see. Get up over here in our banished helicopter. That's right, we built another pasture. I was about to say that I went ahead and turned weather back on. We haven't had it on for most of the episodes, not since I think the second episode. We turned it on to watch a snowstorm. It does make it a little tougher to see on a video, but it also kind of adds some realism to the game, so I'm going to run it maybe this episode with weather on. There's our tunnel. Alright, so tailor and blacksmith. We've got enough supplies to keep two of these guys active, with the idea that one of them will be just for trading and the other one for supplying the town. Or probably the reality is 1.5 of them for trading, because we definitely make more than we can use already. So, supply wise, we need 48 iron, it looks like. 48. Got plenty of iron. We have 120 stone, so that works. We've got 57 logs. So logs are where we're going to run short. Let's go ahead and turn. Let's see, what have we got for laborers? 3 laborers, 2 builders. Food is doing great. In fact, let's turn down our gatherers to get some more labor out of this. So let's turn on both of these guys. Where are we, by the way? We're in late autumn. Hey, we have snow this year. Last year, we went the entire winter without a snowstorm. So this year, we're obviously not going to bring it in, even though we're living here and we have storage here. Interesting. So that tells me 100 squares is not likely going to be satisfied by one farmer. Maybe it'd be better to have, we have 4 farms here. If we had 6 farms here in this space, we would more likely finish off the crop in time. So that might be worth destroying these and building smaller ones in this area. But what I was going to say was, let's open these up. We've got labor. We've got even more labor now that the farms are done. So we've got 6 farmers. 6 farmers that are going to act as laborers. So let's take out some trees somewhere. We're going to turn this all into farmland. So let's clear out some trees through here. Yeah, something like that. In fact, we'll go even a little bit deeper. Take all those trees out. We've got a stockpile over here, and we put one over here in front of the doctor. We thought about putting in a cemetery there. We're up to 11 graves again. So we went 7, then back to 9, 10, then back to 9. Now we're up to 11. So keep an eye on this and see what it's doing. We had 15. Yeah, we're full on sheep. So eventually we need to build a sheep pasture that's as big as both of these. We'll then have enough to split. We'll use these 2 pastures for chickens. There should be more than enough chickens in there to be able to... Now it says split. It's gonna make a liar out of me every time. Yes. That's really interesting. It would not do it before. So what's gonna... Oh, we split it, but we didn't tell them where to go. So I can't choose... Okay, I did. Okay, so let's grab 2 herdsmen. 1 for each. It's not letting me choose sheep. But they know where they're going. Well, that's interesting. What does empty do? Remove all animals from this pasture. Requires another pasture capable of holding the animals. This doesn't have the sheep lit up either. Maybe that's just the default because it's the only animal in the in our, I want to say, kingdom. I just got done playing Kingdom, and I've got that on my mind right now. So it's been a day or two since I've had one of these episodes out. That's a fun game. I got to get back in and do another round of that. But Banished is also a very relaxing, enjoyable game, and don't want to neglect Banished. So let's see. We were dropping our inventory of logs. We have brought no logs over here in the process. That's not good. If we had filled this up with logs and then got a warning, it'd be a lot better. So let's see, we've designated all these. We do have people in here chopping. I can hear the little taps. I only see one person though. Must be our, what do you call, I guess a farmer officially works in an orchard in this game. So it's not an orchardist or anything like that. What's in our trading post? I should have, what, 2,000? We've got a scroll. That's something I always messed up on a year ago when I did this game so often. I'd forget to scroll and that there were things to sell in the lower half. Luckily on the trade screen, you get a whole new list of just the ones that you've chosen. So over here is a little easier to see what you've actually got in storage. So venison is officially worth 3, whereas firewood is 4. I thought venison equaled it, but herbs do equal it, at least with some vendors. Warm coats are worth 20. Eventually we're going to start making steel tools, which means we'll sell off all of our iron tools. I wonder how their value measures up to a warm coat. I want to find something that comes from renewable resources, like the, I guess like the warm coats would be. It's animals that are constantly being reproduced, and then use that as something to sell in your trading. Though I would imagine not all traders accept warm coats, so it's not reliable. So let's kick the speed up. That's what I'm missing. Trying to figure out what to do next. We just need to get through this winter so we can start doing. And that will get our trees cleared that much quicker. Logs are back to 47. We are starting to fill up these guys. In fact, that's what we could do, is go ahead and prioritize what? Let's prioritize the tailor, which is this one. Yeah. Tell you what, let's do this first and then this one. I believe that means they will take this one on and they'll go immediately to that, rather than spending time working on the stonework back over here or something. I don't know what they're up to otherwise. That's probably what the laborer, that's probably what she was doing. That's Yolande. Remember her from quite a long time ago, where she moved out of one of these houses and married and moved in over here, I think. Not still there? They do move around the map. Not still here anymore. So they've upgraded. What was that? We have a trading, or merchant. Here we go. You know, we haven't had a disaster since that tornado. Huh. Well, we'll get one now, won't we? Okay, trader. Came with these real chickens. These are real chickens, not chicken meat. So we've got 8 chickens at 400 each. So 3,200 trade value, barter value. And they do take warm coats. So we've got 400 there. That's it, right? Just 400? Yeah. So 400. So we need 2,800 more. 4 goes into that 700 times, I want to say. There it is. And nothing else there, so let's go ahead and trade and dismiss. Now, what I'm curious about, is it possible... did we not... 1 of 1, 0 of 1. We said 2 herdsmen, but none are working here. Huh. I don't know what to think about that. Let's slow this down so not too much time goes by. I was thinking about pushing these sheep back over into this one if that was possible. But I still can't choose what goes in here. I can turn off the work, but this one... Oh, this one was off. Now it's on. Okay. But I don't think there's any way to... You see, the empty is not available. I need another pasture to empty. Okay. That's right. So, we need to quickly put sheep somewhere. Right there looks great. Let's do that. So, food, pasture. Okay, this was, I'm thinking 12 by 20, something along those lines. Yeah, we'll call that a 12 by 20. So we want something more like a 20 by 20. But I'm curious, what is this? That's 18. Let's go 18 by 20. It fits. It does fit, but do we want to change those field sizes? No, we'll work with that. So 18 by 20. Let's do that. And I would, well, let's see here. Let's turn it around to this end so it's closer to the house and the barn. Okay. This is now our highest priority. Let's get this done. And that does take a lot of logs, unfortunately. Let's see, priority there. And we need 72 logs. We've got 87. Let's see if we can pull this off. Go back up to speed 5. When that is done, we'll kick out at least 1 sheep, if not both. And then we'll move chickens down here. Now we need to do this fairly quickly. The chickens are living over here right now, but without a herdsman, that what we're called a herdsman, taking care of them, they're eventually going to starve out. Don't need that one on. Oh, I just turned that on accidentally, didn't I? Now I've got tunnel vision, so you're watching this video and you're seeing all the things on the edges, and you're, oh, he missed that, didn't he? Did you see that come into the screen there? I'm busy concentrating on that one person, wondering what is that question mark going on. Of course, that is our new herdsman. No, that's our physician. Our physician. And that's something else that I got to thinking I wanted to remedy. Whether the hospital is turned on or not, the doctor is still going to act as a laborer either way until there's a disease. Problem is, I might not notice that there's a disease, and the doctor is not there to do his or her job. We just lost our teacher, and our teacher was replaced by Yolande. Nice. Lost a fisherman who was replaced by Yolande. Okay. Do we have more than one Yolande, or is Yolande really really desirable. Everyone wants her. Let's see. There you are. You're now a fisherman. And our teacher is Lenatina. Okay, so fishing dock, schoolhouse. There's 7 students in our schoolhouse. So they swap around, and as they swap jobs, they're going to swap houses. Maybe that Yolande lives nearby. Maybe she lives over here. So her closest job was the school. But then this person died, so she chose this job because that was closer. We've got... nomads have arrived in town. Really? Here they come. Aha. Take this down to first speed. So, I've got a choice to make. Food is doing good. In fact, I'm going to pause it. So we've got lots of food in the system. I don't know that we have a lot of empty housing. I'm trying to remember if the town hall gives us the ability to know that. Graphs. I'm not seeing housing or houses or lodging or any word like that. Population doesn't give us houses. Without clicking on every single house, is there any way to know if we have any empty houses? I don't think there is. We can see the inventory in the houses. So, that's interesting. So we can see what is not in the houses. Nobody... Okay, so these things just wouldn't be stored. Well, corn and apples would be stored in the house. Okay, so we know that we've got lots of food. We know that we have a boarding house ready for them. And we're looking at 10 nomads. So, at the very most, 5 families. More likely, 2 or 3 families with kids. So let's go ahead and accept them. They just vanished. I think they reappear when I hit pause, and they appear with clothing on rather than, or clothing from our villagers rather than all brown, meaning nomads. So we now have villagers. I just turn off the town hall. There we go. Inventory. And they are on their way, most likely, to the boarding house, where they are already registered as living. And they're going to be hitting the market here, bringing all kinds of supplies in. So, we've got our first nomads. And we've just got a boost to our population. So we've got 8 laborers to use now, which means we probably want to really start keeping up with our food. So if there's now 39, there was probably roughly 30 before. We've probably added at least a 5th or a 6th to our population all at once. Just lost a brewer. We've had several die recently too, so maybe in the end we're not going to see as much of a surge as one would think. Anyway, we'll keep the gatherers going at least. We have lots of leather, so adding more hunters is not a big deal. We have lots of venison. Herbalists are fine. Forester, that's something that I was going to do this episode. We have an herbalist and a gatherer in here. It might be wise to no longer cut and keep this forest as lush as possible, which will then allow the herbalist to get the most quantity of herbs per season, 138, as possible. As well, the gatherers, their highest quantity would come out of the forest that has the most trees. In fact, let's see, gatherers. Let's say 4 gatherers here, and the other gatherer was over here, right? This one will say 1. So 4 in the other, 1 in this one. We'll make 5 gatherers. And that way we'll get the highest quantity of food per worker in one of our main forest nodes, our forest hubs. How are we doing here? That one is pasture. One more log and they can start building. And there's the log that just arrived. Okay, so I'll turn the speed back up. Nomads have, well, we call them nomads. Now they are citizens. So the citizens who are living in the boarding home have brought quite a few supplies in. Firewood is still doing fine. That's right, we sold a bunch of our firewood. I didn't check to see what the quantity was in the town, but we seem to have done really well. We replaced those 700. They took 100. We still have 280, so did good. Alright, and I wasn't paying attention. We now have a new blacksmith and tailor. We get to clean up a little more of our screen. Pasture is being worked on. It's almost done, so we'll pop that in the middle. Boarding home is done. That was just a curiosity. These stay up so we can quickly get over to that part of the screen if we need to, or get back. The mine, I'd say we're going to work on next. But let's get the pasture completed. Just popped. Okay, let's slow her down. We're going to set this one. Where are you? Oh, right in front of me. For sheep. And we're going to set a single herdsman. We're going to make sure that we don't get two of them working here, who at that moment that they were hired, they were actually out over here. Let's see. Evetter was over here working as a laborer, and now she's a herdsman, and she's on her way to get something to eat, and then eventually become a herdsman. But we're going to empty these two, I hope. At least one. I'm not really sure if I can dump two, but we're going to empty one into this one. So let's see how that works. Empty. Empty. 15. 9. And 0. Empty. Oh, and there's 9. You only get one. Okay, you only get one. Now, if I were to take this to 0, so one pasture can dump into one pasture, and that is it. Okay, so we split the herd over there. So this is the one that they're going into. This one is going to become chickens. So we're going to have sheep and chickens, and sheep over there. So that gives us sheep for this market, and sheep, well, this is going to be dumped into this one. So really this market's going to continue to have most of the wool. So we'll be transporting wool from over here, or at least from this storage. So it's possible that this vendor will come down this road and grab wool out of here and bring it up and supply the town that way. That may be what will happen. So we've got chickens on their way. Where are those little guys? They're slowly on their way. We'll speed them up. And by pure natural instinct, they know exactly where their new home is. And they are on their way. Do the chicken walk here. Oh. Outbreak of influenza has occurred. Aha, the game slowed me down to single speed. So, zoom out. How do we know what's going on? I'm feeling backwards here. No, that's correct. So, here we go. Click on this symbol here. I'm in with a citizen who's visiting the doctor. Oh, someone from our school is sick. And that citizen is a 14-year-old student who's on her way to the doctor. That may have infected everybody in the schoolhouse, if they are at school at this moment. I don't know where to click to see the students. I can find the teacher, but I can't find the students. That is a blacksmith. Speaking of blacksmith, really quickly, tailor, I need to make sure they're making warm coats. We've already made 6 hide coats. Okay. Blacksmith, we don't have coal yet, so you're only making that. Pasture, let's see, we were watching the chickens. We are also watching our infected teenager heading all the way across town to the doctor, infecting everybody else in this tunnel. Yep. Malia, it's been nice knowing you. Influenza was a pretty devastating disease back then. A lot of people died from it. So, chickens. How far have they made it? Still have the last of our hens over here. They were kind of split up and going 2 different routes. The pasture, or where am I? So they need to head right down through here. Okay. So here's their destination. Where are they at right now? Got some deer over there. Here they are. Speed them back up. So far, just 1 person with influenza. That's considered one of the disasters. So by turning disasters on in the game, that's one of the classifications of a disaster. Disease amongst your town. The chickens have made it home. We have officially 40 of them, or 8 of them. We'll have up to 40 in this pasture. We've got 9 sheep over here. We've got 10 sheep over here. And our sick teenager is no longer sick. 0 patients. So, she was healed. And nobody else got infected, at least so far. There may be a built-in incubation period in the game, I'm not sure. So we'll give it a little more time before we'll declare that we have successfully survived that one. What is the yellow here? Oh, it's a shirt. So, this is the game with weather on. It allows for a little more variety, a little more realism. But it is so much easier to see on a sunny day like this. Now you are that way because we can't find any logs. So the blacksmith must be out hunting down some logs right now. So idling. No, just can't find any logs. So we did turn off the cutting here. So let's work on an idea for replacing that. What if we had a forest node that only did cutting? An idea. Just set up a forester somewhere and let them just cut away. Cut and grow and cut and grow and cut and grow. Maybe this is it. So eventually we will fully develop this one for hunting and gathering, and we'll turn off the cutting here too. And this one could be just for harvesting. I kind of like that. So before that we turn the mine on, how's our food? Food at 94. We are starting to drop in food, even with 5 gatherers. Though I think we're going to see, as these trees start to grow and not get cut down, that we're going to see probably a sharp increase in the food being brought in. And 31. I was just about to say, let's get some more farmers in here to get more of these crops in. But at 31, we're going to lose everything already. That's a shame. They're already withering up. So they wouldn't even be able to walk here in time to take care of it. Okay, so let's do a few things. We've got a log problem. Unfortunately, we're going to need logs to fix the log problem. But before I forget this, I want to destroy these crops. And I'm thinking we're done. I don't think there's another farmer who's going to get back in time to grab these last ones. So let's destroy all of these. Let's replant. Let's see, food, orchard, crop. Alright, so we did before a 9x12, which is, what is that? 90 and 18, that's 108. That's 96. That is what, 84? Let's go that route. That's close to 75. That's 72. So that's 3/4, a little less than 3/4 of what we were doing. So 6x12s. Let's see. Actually, that might be a good place right there for a road. Let's see how we work out over here. Red. So that's our row right there. Nope, it's right here. So if we do a 6x12 here, that leaves us with 6x12, so no road. But we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields in here. Let's do that. We'll set these up officially as farms. We'll put a farmer in each. So right now they are under construction. There are 22 obstacles officially because these plants still exist. Though they're going to go away all on their own just from the freeze, I believe. Any of these official yet? Just the bucket. And 2 more plants over here. Boom. Alright. So we still only have the 2 seeds. So the cabbage seemed to pop the fastest, if I remember. So we'll make 3 cabbage and 2 potato, which should come in here real soon. Now we officially have 18 items left in this field. I guess there's 18 specks of something left in there. Huh. So this is going to be potato, and this is going to be potato. And I believe we are short by 1 farmer now. Oh, these all came back as needing 2 farmers. So we have to force all of these down. Don't do that. Into a single farmer field. That's what I was worried about. They automatically doubled up and everyone grabbed these first 3 fields and it left nobody for the other fields. So, take this down to a 1 farmer field. We're going to hire, let's see, 5, 6, 7 farmers. So all of these now are single farmer fields. 1 of 1, 1 of 1, 1 of 1. Alright, we still have 2 laborers. Let's take down to 2 builders and 4 laborers. Fields are figured out. We should have successful harvests next year, except we have 7 workers and 3 houses. So we could use 1 more house over here. Does 1 fit over here? Well, before we do that, though, this is a, let's see, farm. This is another 12 by 9. We were doing 6 by 12s? Yeah. So a 6 by 12, 6 by 8 would be like a 9 by 12. I think we can do something just like that, which might let us put 2 houses in that and what's left over. So let's turn this one off and rebuild it. Okay. So we're going to end up with, let's see, food. Well, let's do the housing first, make sure it fits. So we want, looks like we're only going to get one house here. Yep, just 1 house. So that'll be enough. So food, one more farm, and we'll make it an 8x9. No, we're going to make it an 8x8. Okay, so that farm is going to be another potato crop, and we need one more farmer with only one person working there. Okay, so food should get some serious a burst every fall, every autumn now. And in fact, for that matter, it's probably time. Well, let's wait. Well, okay, let's go ahead and do it. We'll put this in as apple. As any of these die out, whatever seeds we get next will take their places. So one farmer working there. So now we have 9 farmers working in 4 houses. So somebody's going to have to commute to work. Unless we get one more house in here somewhere. Firewood is low because logs are low. So we've got to deal with the log issue now. We need to pick an area to clear cut. For that matter, we can clear cut the area that we're going to replace with a... Let's see, we're going to delete that. With a forester's hut. I'll just go back and replant. So we can take the logs out now. So let's grab all the logs in this area. And even up into here. And let's put a stockpile out for them. Let's see, stockpile is this one. So they're going to walk through here. Would have been nice to have had a road. Either way, let's stockpile, something like that. And let's prioritize that. So, logs will be coming. In fact, I'm thinking next episode we will make this our priority to build a renewable resource of trees through this area. So with that, let's see, the mine we're still going to hold off on. We're going to leave this right in the middle of the screen to remind us what we were up to. And I'm going to say that's a wrap. So, folks, if you enjoyed what you saw here, I'd really appreciate a like and subscribe if you haven't already. This has been Noble Rambler. Thanks for watching.